I'm not sure if this is true for others, but I always find that I spend majority of my time working on the beginning part of the piece. I want to find an idea I really like, that everything else comes after, just naturally flows from it. Therefore, the initial idea of a piece has to inspire me deeply so that I feel compelled to develop it and finish it. Since subjects that deal with nature, visual arts, literature, ancient culture always inspire me, I want to write music that express it or celebrate it. For the Cassandra Project, I tuned into the subject immediately. Cassandra was courageous, passionate, and powerful. Her story was very inspiring to me and deeply affecting. My music will approach it from an emotional perspective, structured in 4 sections. The first section is meant to be powerful and passionate in character, to express the idea you have this gift. You imagine this power can change the world. The second section is quiet and more reflective, pondering on this idea, not being believed by anyone when speaking the truth is perhaps worse than not being able to speak it. Your gift is your curse. You don't have peace. You start to lose hope. The third section shows power and passion returns. You feel hopeful again. The last section is really hard for me to write. The musical structure was really simple, but it was emotionally difficult. It is haunting to express the idea you have to make peace with your powerful gift, even though no one would acknowledge it. And you briefly wonder if death is the only solution to your curse so that you can finally rest. I was thinking of Cassandra, how alone she was with her gift, but I also think it applies to an artist's lifestyle. You create an art to express, but people may not understand. They may even reject what you have created. But in the end, I think that's okay because artists understand their gift. They believe in their work. So it is okay to be alone in this. Majority of my pieces always have some kind of dramatic art, but Cassandra has a bigger art. Yeah, has a bigger effect. I just really love her story and how you can relate to her as an artist. Yeah. Usually I do have a picture in mind. Like for the Tosi effect, I was actually had this picture because I saw this picture at a museum and it was such an interesting picture. So that night I was thinking of the picture and it was just, I'm hearing something in my head. And so I thought maybe I should write a piece about that picture or how it affects me. So yeah, it's usually something I encounter upon or, notice that is around me. Yeah. Because I think my struggle is always at the beginning of a piece, just to find a great idea to start. It's once I started, everything else kind of went pretty smoothly. It's just the beginning. I had to do a lot of researching And if I do know the instrument I'm gonna be writing for, I would do a lot of research on them before I
Oh, yeah.
start. Yeah. Or if you know someone you're writing for, you would really research on that person and just, kind of see how that performer is. So then you can write something that they might like to do or they might like to play. Yes, Nanette, that's so true because I was writing my orchestra piece. The middle section, I wanted to go somewhere else. But the piece speaks for itself. Yeah, I need to go here. It's really weird, but I really want to go somewhere else. But the piece said, no, you have to go here. It has to be this way. It has to be these strings work together. It has to be this kind of sound. So I just kind of went that way. And then it turned out better than I thought. Growing up in an Asian family, um, my parents desire us to be a doctor, a nurse, or a lawyer, engineer when we choose our profession. Um, their strong influence definitely played a part. My brother used to study engineering and I studied nursing. But eventually we both changed our career path. Uh, studying music privately was encouraged, but not formally. From their perspective, uh, they think formally it was something you should not do. It was greatly discouraged because of its uncertainty in the job field and its income unstableness. So it's actually kind of funny because when I started studying music formally, I was doing it secretly while still working as a nurse. I didn't want to start a war at home and I wasn't ready to tell them because I know very soon I need to quit nursing completely so that I can focus 100% on my music study. I also know sometimes you can tell others prematurely about your plan because they can stop it and tell you you can't do it. So when I finally told them, it wasn't a pleasant time. Uh, but at that time, I was mentally prepared to stand by my decision. I already got accepted to an excellent grad school. I was about to quit nursing. I was certain this is something I want to do. Um, so to me, being an Asian American woman, you're expected to listen to your parents or relatives that are older than you. It does feel like that whenever I want to make major changes, it takes so much convincing to get their approval. And it's crazy that I've seen their approval so desperately. It took me a while to realize that it is okay not to get their approval. Um, what's that saying that like they're older, they have more life experiences, they are wiser. But I think that sometimes our experiences can offer, well, it can offer great insights, but it can also limit us. Where if we have negative experiences in the past, it can instill fear in us so strongly that we would just dream of something but won't proceed to make it a reality. Not to discredit those who have more experiences, but I think that what you're destined to do is more important than your past experiences. In my opinion, your purpose outweighs everything. Um, the danger is to settle the next best thing, but not the best thing in life. Okay. Leaving nursing, familiar territory and entering a new territory is actually very scary for me. It's a bit uncomfortable at times, pursuing something new and something so different. Um, it is very exciting, however. When I decided to change my career, I did feel a strong calling into the music field. At the same time, something else happened in my personal life, sort of gave a further push. My dad just passed away. It was a
Mm,
dark time for me. Um, I didn't have a good relationship with my father. I was hoping to improve the situation sometime in my lifetime, but it was too late. He
mm,
passed away before I had a chance to do that. I wish I have done more, put more effort, and sooner than late. My my father had a tough life, but he loved his job. He was a writer, a journalist. He lights up every time he talks about his work. I want to be like that, doing something you love. Music is what I love. And I think my father is guiding me somehow as a mentor,
mm.
looking and remembering the way he immersed so deeply in his work gave me the courage to head towards a new direction. Um, there are two other mentors also play an important part during my transition. One mentor is my church pastor, Jordan. He is very supportive of my career change. Whenever I have any trace of doubt, I would just go to him. He would always reassure me, pray for me, talk it out with me if needed. Another mentor is Pastor Key Battle. I follow him online and listen to his talk a lot. Um, he did a talk on Journey to Your Dreams, and I find it very inspiring. Um, he said to make your dreams a reality, you need to go through a process, train your character, learn to be patient, learn
Mm,
to wait, learn to handle bad situations as they come, learn how to be abandoned when no one supports your dream.
mm,
He said that your talent can take you to places, but your character needs to sustain you there so that you have the maturity to handle your calling. I was very inspired by his speech. As much as I would like to go straight into the music field, but having taken that stop at the medical field, I think it prepares me better, because I get to witness illnesses, struggles, depression, death, warmth, courage, teamwork. It helps me understand human emotions in a deeper level, and I can express that with my music. He also said that while you wait, it's a good time to work on your gift, get prepared. Um, Although not formally, but privately, I was always performing or working with someone in the music field. So when I do study it formally, I noticed I was making faster progress. The musical mentor, I would say it is Dr. Cecile. I was taking undergrad music theory class, and he was the one who first noticed that I write pretty good stuff. So he would ask me, can you share that with the class? I'm not sure. I was thinking it's just an exercise. It can't be that good. And I never thought I want to study music. I was definitely thinking piano. Okay. piano, piano, music education, composer. I'm scared of it. I mean, that sounds so great, but it just sounds so hard. So he's the one that kind of, pushed me a little. He said, share your piece, find someone to play your piece, let us hear it. So I think because of his encouragement, so it definitely, sort of there's this light on, like maybe you should head towards composition instead of just music in general, like music, yeah, education or yeah, it's more like that. Yeah, the light bulb went on. He happened to be encouraging me to share my stuff. But I think, yes, I really wish that there's a mentor woman in my circle that I can kind of model after. But 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 none of my friends are, or people I know that are in the music field. Yeah. I think it's this Asian American thing, right? You don't study music. Yes, your inner self is who you really are on the inside. Your outer self is your physical body and how you relate to others. Like you can have many roles like teacher, student, parent, child, husband, wife, friend, etc. But that is just an aspect of you. Your inner self deals with feelings, emotions, intuition, spirituality, beliefs, fantasies, desire, and purpose. I like composing because music can help me express my inner self. If I work on music for a particular subject, I notice I would need to sort out my own feelings towards that subject. So journeying through, working through music is like therapy for me. It is healing. I often find peace at the end. Um, I'll use Cassandra's piece as an example. In the closing section, music is reflecting living alone with your gift, like Cassandra. After going through all the drama in each section, I experience a closure here. A closure tells me that it is okay to be alone, like her, just me and my voice. It is interesting that recently there is an opportunity that actually met one of my artistic goals, because I want to somehow work with the community. Um, a newly established religious association in Taiwan approached me and asked me to be their music consultant, as well as composing music for the association. And I just agreed to it. This is a nonprofit organization. They have several objectives to reach out to the community. For instance, I, I just really love some of the things they have planned to help out the community. For instance, they seek to provide support for family that lack of resources to let their kids continue with their education during the pandemic. They seek to provide support to troubled youth. They seem to be a bridge between the government and many small religious groups to solve problems like temple reservation or relocation. I'm very excited about this. If they need music advice, we can all meet online. If any youth needs help talking to someone, I can meet with them online as well. Um, for their association pieces, I will be working with the lyricist. They're planning all the things, and then they're hoping to start one of their community project in the upcoming year. Because right now it's because of the pandemic,
Right.
they're just being really careful, but they're planning something that is coming up this year. When pandemic first hit, I stopped composing for a few months because I was busy figuring out how to move my teaching studio online and how to teach effectively online. After that finally settled, I actually found myself having more time to compose. We have to stay home due to state order. Everything is canceled. Everywhere is closed. There's no place to go, no activities to fill, no driving to work. Therefore, I was able to find more time, a lot more time. I'm hoping one of my goals is to attend artist residency and apply to more composers workshops. That was on hold because of pandemic. But nowadays, most organizations have moved everything online. I am considering apply things online now. One good thing I really like about online is I am able to attend more concerts.
Exactly.
That is such an amazing thing. Like you can attend your friend's concert who lives in Indiana, and it's just amazing. I say do it. Do it because you feel an urgency calling you to do it. I remember for me, it's like, I cannot not do it. I envision it frequently. I dream it constantly. The calling inside is growing stronger every day that I can't help it but to pursue it. But on the practical side, I feel that it is kind of hard to make a living as a career choice, just as a composer. Because it is often project-based and you need a lot of networking. Therefore, you pursue it because you are driven by passion, not by money. If you do pursue it, do some research, check out successful composers' career path, read about them, see what they have done in the past, talk to some of them, seek advice. If this is something you're destined to do, pursue it with all your heart, be fearless.